All right, well, Cowbird Barbecue coming back at you, aka Not on Time Barbecue. Anyways, we're gonna cook a picanha steak today. I think I've taken the past week off. We went to a football game instead of being able to cook, so I'm trying to cook one midweek. I might do one on Sunday. I don't know, but we'll see. Picanha steak, they call it the queen of steaks. I think the ribeye is the king of steaks. It supposedly tastes like a ribeye and cuts like a fillet, or has the tenderness of a fillet. If you ask me, that's the perfect sounding steak ever. But yeah, I mean, it should be fairly simple. I'll trim off a little bit of it. I'll take down the fat cap to about 1/4 of an inch or so, from what I understand. That's how you're supposed to do it. I watched a lot of videos on this. Some people smoke them. Some people, you know, leave all the fat on it. Some people take a lot of fat off of it. But I feel like the fat cap should be there. Just, I don't know if it's that much. I don't know if I can get it rendered that much. But yeah, I'll end up taking it off, take it about 1/4 of an inch, and then I'll slice it with the grain. So if you look at it, and I'll show you the video, there's a grain pattern. You cut with the grain and cut them up into inch and a half steaks. And then I'll season them and then throw them on the grill, and then they should be good. Some people really do like to smoke them. I'm just not sure about smoke on a steak. So I'll try it one day, and I guess I'll let you know. But I've always just kind of done, you know, steak like on a grill. I've got a little Nomad grill that I'm going to cook on. And then I'm going to get my coals started in the actual offset, and we'll go from there. Just wanted to show y'all I'm cooking with mesquite wood for the steaks. So yeah, just showing you. All right, so what you're seeing here, obviously just taking it out of the package. I can't remember how many pounds this thing was, but I'm just removing a little bit of that silver skin. For some reason, it seemed like there was a lot more on that than what I thought. Some people probably don't do that. They probably leave it on, but yeah, just get underneath that. That one, I just absolutely destroyed it. Probably took a little bit too much off. I think I was a little bit of a rush. But you can see one thing that you're kind of look at, you see where the grains are running. So I'm going to cut it in half because it's too long to make steaks, but you'll see I start slicing these up into little steaks with the grain, because at the end of it, we're going to cut across it when you're slicing it up to serve. You can see the little fat cap that's on there. I'll start trimming that off. That's probably kind of what I'm doing here. Actually, some of that meat and save. So the fat I'm going to actually save to make some tallow as well. But yeah, you can see me removing that and trimming that fat cap down, so it grills a little bit easier. I think I said it in the earlier video, but some people actually leave that all the way on there. I find that on that smaller grill, it's really hard to render that fat. Even this time, it was a little bit harder. So, and then this is the seasoning that I'm going to use. So, if y'all ever want to try that, I definitely recommend it. Everybody that uses it rants and raves. So, yeah, and then I'll just start seasoning this up, going through each of the steaks, putting a little bit of that on there. It's two things. I use the salt, that garlic, salt, pepper, black pepper infused. I think it's by Jacobson and Snake River Farms. And I'll use that, and then I'll use a little bit of pepper as well to put on there. I like pepper on my steaks. Some people, they just use the salt, and it says that it's got black pepper in there, but it's really not much. So I'll use a grinder, and I'll just put a little bit of the coarse black pepper on it. But yeah, here we go. All right, so this is that little Nomad that I have. It's like a little, almost like a traveling suitcase grill. I haven't got the nice Santa Maria that I do want to get, but the coals are transferred over. I try to cook it with, real wood instead of, coals that are processed and have ignition fluid on it and whatnot. So that's why I usually cook it in the offset, and then carry those over, put these in there, and then, so you're still getting a little bit of the smoke, but you're not getting too much of it. You can see here, I'm just moving them around. I'm actually testing them out and sitting there for when they're ready. So the other thing is, you see that I'm kind of putting them on that fat cap. That's because it's a lot harder to render that fat, like I said earlier. So I've got to get heat on those kind of directly. And so that's really what takes a lot longer with this picanha on such a small grill. But it works out at the end. You just got to make sure that you don't overcook them too much. That is a hard thing with one of these. So, All right, here we go. We got special guests, Courtney and David.
We're the special guest he was preparing for.
That's right. All right, so Courtney,
Boy, what a treat.
Boy, what a treat.
All right, what do you got? What's your rating?
Well, I have to say, it's like a high 9
Oh.
to almost like a 9.5. And the only reason why I'm saying it's not a 10 even is because I just hope, I don't want Jordan to be able to do them better than me.
Oh, okay.
No.
But it's like it's breaking apart. It's nice. There's a perfect fat ratio that I can eat it without feeling like,
Too much fat.
yeah, it's crazy town. It's nice. It's like butter. The fat is the perfect butter ratio.
All right. David, what do you got?
9.7.
Oh.
I think it's my favorite cut of meat, and you introduced me to it. It's delicious.
Yeah, the ribeye slash
When you
fillet.
your seasoning of salt and pepper on this some is magic. It's magic.
Magic.
Yeah, it tastes like some
Black magic?
Yeah, black magic. There we go.
I'm the only one with nothing left to talk about.
I'm almost there. No, Jordan's done.
Well, he's not part of the.
Okay. Jax, what you got?
No pressure.
I'm gonna give it an 8
Okay.
because I don't
She
know.
said better because you're her husband.
Well, some of the pieces that I had were a little more cooked than I prefer.
Yep.
And some of the fat caps on some pieces didn't render as nicely, so it wasn't as easy to cut through and eat like
You
butter.
complain about not having a big enough flame to rip.
Yeah.
I did. I was complaining, but
And some bites are a little bit saltier than others.
okay.
Just like life.
Both good.
Just like.
Life is like a random kind of salt.
Just like life.
All right.
Sometimes it's
Well,
salty.
y'all hear it there.
If he
There we
invites
go.
you, you should show up because
Thank
it'd
you,
be a
yeah.
hell yeah.
It's a gift.